back to another video. We got a troublesome one today morning. Last night, pivot texted, lineman fault. Come out here to find out, yeah, she's kind of buried to the frame. This side kind of was dragging this side. Tire has popped off of here, and rim and everything was just digging into the ground. That tire couldn't pull it any longer and was spinning into the ground. Spun into the ground long enough to where U-joint snapped off right there. So got a little project we got to fix here today morning. Gonna jack up this side just that way I can get the dirt back underneath it, and then we'll go ahead and jack up that side, and we'll take the tire off, take everything that's broken off on that side. I think the gearbox is going to be fine, but we'll know more when we dig into it, where we get everything off. I definitely want to jack it up in the air just to make sure that this gearbox is also fine. I want to make sure everything's back up and running order before we send her on our way again. Piece of wood, that'll help with that. Won't sink in. No failures. Had to switch tactics. Was too low, couldn't get it. That hole right there, so opted for that side. And I think, let's see, yeah, no, this gearbox just fine. So we can reconnect that, which, yeah, that whole U-joint is completely broken. So I'll put a little bit of dirt underneath this tire, then I can lower it, and I'll be able to work at that U-joint a little better, and then we'll go ahead and jack up that side. This guy, and also 7/16. I just used a grinder, chopped off the old one, and then I just grinded it flat, because there's always a bunch of gunk that's at the end here. So cleaned it all out real good. Now we're gonna slap a new U-joint on. Luckily I had half of one. Usually they come in a pair, or in a pack of two, one for each side. I guess it's technically a full set, but luckily I had half of one in my truck with the bolts and everything, so now I can actually make a use of it. Usually you always use a full set, so keeping half of one usually just creates clutter, but now I can actually use it. So this side is good. This side is being a little more tricky with jacking up. I have a piece of wood underneath there, but every time I start jacking up, it just wants to start sliding away. I guess that's why they call those widow makers for a reason. So I'm gonna do some shoveling, get some of this mud out of the way, and then hopefully whenever I start jacking up, this piece of wood won't want to start sliding this way. Because that's a little scary whenever you're jacking right up behind it and wants to start sliding this way. It could at any moment slip and whack you in the shin. Not a fun time, has never happened to me personally, but I'm always scared it might happen. So do a little bit of shoveling, get a little bit more solid ground there, and when we start jacking up, then hopefully it'll jack up straight and this thing won't want to whack me in the shin. Well, it's jacked up. I can grab that out of the way. And if you're wondering, no, my bumper jack is not bending from the weight of this pivot. I bent that a while back. I was also fixing a tire, and I was trying to do it while the pivot's moving, that way I didn't have to turn off the water. because everything was all in auto, and pivot moved and it slightly bent my bumper jack. So no, it's not bending now. It's still a structural bumper jack. I bet you can barely see it on camera. It's only slightly curved, but it still works. Still just as good as new. But we'll swap out this tire, and actually I'll quickly check to make sure that it's a working one. Let me just grab, where did I put it? I thought I had my crescent. Here it is. That's what I was looking for. I can just turn this guy right here. It's gonna turn that tire too, but if I turn this a little bit right here, I should be able to see if that tire, yeah, even just moving a little bit back and forth, it's turning nicely. If it would be out, then it would not move, not even budge a little bit. So I think gearbox is good. It's just a tire. New tire, good as new. She should be working again. All right, you got it then. All right, sounds good. All right, I guess one of us will go to the pivot. We'll crank it back up on forward, and she should be running here, ready to irrigate some more cotton again. Yeah, she's not gonna get stuck. She'll be able to make it out of there, no problem. All right, rest of the pivots are good. Now time for some well work. Now we gotta go fix a couple of irrigation wells. Got the pump truck right here. We got, what is it, 4? We got a few wells out. About 4 of them, I think, are pipes, and the rest are poly. The poly ones are definitely a lot easier to pull out than the pipes, but they got a couple of pipe wells to fix. One of them for sure we're gonna switch over to 2-inch poly. Once our water level, ever since the dawn of time, whenever they started drilling wells around here, the water level just constantly dropped. It just slowly depletes over time. It's very, very slow, and we've started to anything from a 10 horse pump motor, 10 horse and under, we'll put on 2-inch poly, and that makes it extremely fast to pull out a well. We can fix a well within an hour, 30 minutes in and out. It's pretty quick. With pipes, you know, it takes a little more time. It takes at least twice that amount of time, sometimes 2.5 times that amount of time. So anytime we get a chance, we like to switch them, convert them to 2-inch poly. Other times, if there's a couple of bigger wells, there's a couple of 20s, a couple of 15s, those we'll leave on 3-inch pipes for now. I don't know, I prefer 2-inch poly, but 3-inch poly, that's too much work. It's too stiff, and trying to maneuver it, trying to hook up a pump motor to 3-inch poly, it's rough dealing with it. So we try to avoid 3-inch poly as much as we can. So gonna head to the field now and fix some irrigation wells. Well, luckily enough, we found a well that was stuck in sand, so it's slowly coming. It's moving ever so slightly. Come on, I already got you in low gear. Yeah, it's slowly going. Now I don't know if we want to put poly in here. We'll have to see what it looks like when we get down there. There it is. Come on, you can do it! There she is. And we found the issue. It's not the pump, it's not the motor. It actually checks out really nicely. Wires on the motor checked out fine, but when we tested the wires up on top, the wires did not check out fine. And when we got here to the bottom, yeah, one wire is off right there. So that right there is our issue. So we had to pull the whole well out just to splice one wire. And then we can drop it back down and it'll be good to go again. Well, we've been bailing here almost all afternoon, and I think gonna probably have to keep bailing all the rest of this afternoon, because look at all the sand that we're scooping up out of here. I mean, it's a good mud bucket, I do like it, but I don't like all this sand. It's a lot. Like that's just pure sand. For a while we were getting a lot of clay. All this right here, that's good clay right here. There's more. There's some bigger chunks here and there, but you can kind of see we did get lots of clay out of there, which that usually means that we're somewhat towards the bottom. But I don't know, this makes me think that there's gonna be still clay here for the rest of today, so we might have to keep bailing here all the way till quitting time, and then tomorrow morning get back out here, bail again until it's somewhat clean, and then put the pump motor back down the hole. Well, we were bailing and bailing and bailing, and then finally we got a huge chunk of clay out of there again, and we were like, I think we're at the bottom. And then we put it back in, and now we're about where the plate is right now. That's got about 2 feet left. That's the sand at the bottom. So now we have to see if we can pump it out of here. That's brown water, that's for sure. Water's finally clearing up now. Earlier it was way up here, now we got it down there. So we pumped quite a bit of sand out of there. Pretty much clear. Here in a little bit we'll just gonna close this valve and open this one so that no water will flow out of there. Yeah, it will spray out this way, but then we can at least connect it there. Once it's connected, then we can open this one, close that one, and then it'll flow right back to the pivot where it's supposed to. It's a little bit unfortunate doing it that way, but I really don't want to risk it turning it off and then have it be stuck in sand again and not being able to turn it back on. So this way it'll stay running, water will still be pumping out of there, and we'll be able to quickly connect it and then pump the water where it's supposed to go. Yeah, got it. Got it. Got a little bit soaky over here, but made it work. Just attach these yet, and then this one can just stay running here. I like it. All right, we're done here. Let's get out of here. Let's go home and get some ice cream. I think we deserve it. It was like 103, 106 all day long. It was hot. It was a hot one, but I'm glad it's finally done. And I'm glad this truck has really good AC. I'm very, very thankful about that. But she's working. Good, productive day. Fixed the pivot in the morning, fixed the well, one well, whatever. My goal was to get 2 of them done. So tomorrow we'll have to get the other one done. So I guess that's tomorrow's agenda. But as for today, in this video, as always, I do appreciate y'all guys for watching. I'll see y'all guys in the next one.